Hello, Doc, the cinema here, and what do you mean I've worn the exact same shirt for the past four videos? Maybe I have, I don't know. Anyway, so I don't know how much you guys have heard, but according to what I've last heard, the Disney Fox deal will end up being settled on January 1st, 2019. That's the month. So, I want to talk a little bit about it. I mean, I put out my initial thoughts back when the news of Disney wanting to buy Fox first broke, but I really haven't talked much about it after that. And I want to talk about this deal, but more specifically, how it's going to affect two franchises. Now, when a lot of movie fans talk about this deal, they talk about the possibilities of having the X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Deadpool in the MCU, which is all good. I'm excited for that. But I'm more concerned about two other different Fox really mature franchises, Alien and Predator. Now, both of these franchises have become pretty famous and iconic back when they were first introduced, 1979 and 1980. Is that no? Not that can't be right. Not 1980, right? Well, it was an 80s action awesome bloodfest with Arnold Schwarzenegger. So forgive me if I don't remember the exact year that movie came out. Anyway, well, 1987. That there we go. Anyway, so both these franchises got off to iconic starts, but in recent years they've had a rough go of it. Let's look at Alien specifically. Well, after both Alien vs. Predator films, which weren't really that great for either side, we had the film Prometheus in 2012 acting as the first of several prequel films to the first Alien movie. Now, if you gone into Prometheus without knowing it was a prequel movie to Alien, you probably would have enjoyed it just fine. I mean, there was really no indication this was a part of the Alien franchise until you got to the very end with that alien-like creature popping out of that dead alien's body. Sorry. People were a little split on it, wanting to actually see an alien or xenomorph in the movie. So in 2017, we got the next film of that prequel series, Alien Covenant, which was for sure to give us a few xenomorphs in the movie. Again, there was a pretty big split on this movie. Personally, I liked Alien Covenant, but I understand not a lot of people did. And financially speaking, it could be classified as a little bit of a disappointment. So, now part of the reason why these movies are rather split was that Ridley Scott didn't seem to quite understand that people really like the xenomorph aliens. He was trying to put in some sort of like creator and creation, that sort of like divide and conflict, sort of philosophical thinking, which is good for movies like Blade Runner, and in small doses worked in Alien Covenant and Prometheus, but it's clear that Ridley Scott isn't quite on the same page as his fan base. Now, plans for any other Alien prequels seem to be out of the question now, especially with the Disney deal going down, putting the movie part of the Alien franchise into question. Now let's move on to Predator. After the Alien vs. Predator films, we got our third solo Predator film, Predators, in 2010. Now this movie was actually pretty good. Now, according to Rotten Tomatoes, people like Predators more than they like Predator 2, which isn't my opinion, but I'll admit it's still a good film. Good action, good Predator on-screen time. It was pretty good. Now this year, in 2018, when I'm recording this, they released a fourth solo Predator film, The Predator. directed by Shane Black, who was one of the actors in the original Predator film, which seemed like this would be good. But yeah, there were parts of the Predator that I liked, but yeah, as a whole, this is a rough run. With the the fact that this movie went through reshoots is definitely evident in the final version of this movie, and there is a little bit of tonal difficulty. So, and there was a very obvious sequel tease right at the end of the film. And as of right now, it's very doubtful that we'll be getting another solo Predator film in the near future. So now I've got to ask, what's going to happen to them? Now, especially now with Disney buying Fox. Well, Disney does own several different studios that make more mature related content. I mean, technically speaking, Disney does kind of own Pulp Fiction, so. And it's not unrealistic for us to expect Disney to use Fox Studios as a way to put out more mature related content. So now, will we be getting any more movies from the Alien Predator franchise? Eventually, I think so, but as of right now, it looks like they're going to be dormant for a little bit. Because let's be honest, I think the filmmakers of both franchises need to reevaluate what they're doing and try to come up with new ideas for their franchises. So that's all I really have to say. Tell me, guys, your thoughts down in the comments. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys next time.